Say there's a large brush fire in the area of McEwan Prairie Road. Little Bear Lane is at a level 3, which means get out now. We've also received brand new video of the fire just into our newsroom.
In the 37 years I've been alive, I've never had to worry about my property catching on fire. I helped my neighbor out because she wasn't home yet, and she has people with disabilities in our house. So I ran over and helped her the best I could.
Well, Fox 13's Alejandro Guzman live in Mason County tonight. Ali, what are you seeing, and where can people go who have to leave their homes?
David, I can tell you that that sense of urgency is definitely felt. We've got fire crews from multiple jurisdictions here. We even had, just up until an hour ago, different aircraft, including a 737 and float plane, spraying this significant area. And we've heard it from folks here directly on the ground who say they've left their homes with their very few belongings, children and pets, praying and fearing that this situation doesn't get any worse. Now, what we do know, as you can see, is that there's multiple crews out here. And additionally, this fire started just before 2 p.m. earlier today near the city of Shelton, and it's quickly spread over more than 210 acres and growing. Now, this is as close as we can get tonight. We know at last check it was 0% contained. It is burning in grass, brush, timber, and it's threatening homes and power infrastructure. Those orders to evacuate now were quickly put in place for several areas, including Little Bear Lane, all of McEwan Prairie Road, Johns Prairie Road from Batstone to the cutoff to Highway 3, additional other places, including most recently Johns Creek area. Now, there are other areas officials are closely watching, which means they have to be ready to go at a moment's notice. Crews are fighting the flames on the ground and via air. State resources have already been called in, and as we mentioned, residents are pretty shocked and nervous. They're just trying to stay as updated with those evacuations. One of those folks is Steve Rose now. He lives nearby, and he says he was awakened by the helicopter. Here's what he told us just a few minutes ago.
I heard a helicopter fly really low overhead, and it woke me up. You know, it woke me up out of a sound sleep. I'm thinking that is really low for a helicopter to be flying. So I walked out, I got my shoes on, I walked out, and sure enough, I see the smoke column that made me think of 2012. Because in October of 2012, a fire burned in this exact same area.
Now, Rose now shared these images with us as that helicopter flew into the lake, filling up with water and spraying the area. We've heard many neighbors are stepping in to lend a helping hand, but for those who may need a place to stay, well, what can you do? We've learned the Red Cross is opening up those disaster shelters because they know disasters don't ever take a holiday. One of those areas specifically is Olympic Middle School, located at 800 East K Street in Shelton. Those doors open at 8 p.m. tonight, and they're going to remain open as long as people need a place to stay. They're going to be helping folks with food, cots, and other urgent needs. Now, they're encouraging you that if you do need to bring a few additional things, it's those prescriptions and emergency meds, possibly extra clothing, hygiene items, and important documents. But again, we know that this is a very quickly and fast-moving situation that they know you may not get time to even grab any of those things. So for folks who possibly want to do something, we have details on how you can help, but the Red Cross is accepting donations now. As you can see behind us, the crews are going to be here closing off the road and keeping folks updated. We know that officials are going door to door, specifically knocking and letting folks know what those levels of evacuations are at each point in time. Again, there's level 1, 2, and 3. Some of these folks ordered to go now, but many are wondering what caused this fire. Again, that cause is still under investigation, a situation we'll keep monitoring and keep you posted both on air and online. For now, live in Shelton, Alejandro Guzman, Fox 13 News.